Welcome to Grow Your Yoga. My name is Todd McLaughlin. I'm here at Native Yoga Center in Juno Beach. Today's class is a 10-minute yoga, Ashtanga yoga for neck, shoulders, and upper back. This will be a short, quick 10-minute routine. I'm going to follow the coordination of the sun salutation A as a way to demonstrate that you can loosen, open up your neck, your shoulders, and your upper back by just pausing in each of the different vinyasas within the sun salutation to make it easy for beginners. It's perfect for beginners. And so on that note, what I'd like for you to do is set up your yoga mat, get ready for practice. All right, so the first thing in sun salutation A is to come into Samastitihi, which is the standing position. And the first movement that we make with a sun salutation is an inhale and a raise of the arms above the head. So what I'd like for you to do is to relax your arms down now beside the body. Let's work different range of motion with the shoulder. On the next inhale, take your arms forward into flexion above your head. And as you exhale, release your arms back down in that forward plane. Again, this time take your arms out to the side and turn your palms face up. And raise your arms above your head, and exhale, let your arms come down. So one good way to start to work shoulder and neck pain as well is take your shoulders and roll them 5 times in the forward, up, down, and back position, and then work 5 times in the forward motion where you pull your shoulder blades together, you bring your shoulder blades up, you take your shoulder blades wide, and you work some circular motions in this fashion. The other element is to take your arms out to the side and to practice making some circles about 5 times in one direction and 5 times in the other. So we're just going to move the shoulders in different range of motion at different points within the Surya Namaskar A. Next inhale, raise your arms above your head. And now we're going to exhale and fold forward. If you need to separate your feet to make the balance a little bit easier, you can. And when we fold forward, I want you just to practice bend your knees and see if you can touch your hands down to the floor. For those of you that have a hard time touching the floor, you can bend your knees and put your hands on your knees or place your elbows on your knees. But here we're going to work on traction or relaxing the shoulders by letting your arms hang. So by doing so, we're just going to relax the neck as well and just let your head hang down. And through the process of letting your body hang at your hips, we're able to traction and stretch the upper back, shoulder, and neck region. Okay, next up, I want you to lift your chin, and we're going to step our feet back and come down onto our hand and knee pose. So classically, let's try first where we will eventually go to in a sun salutation is to come all the way down onto your belly. Eventually, it could even turn into a chaturanga where we hold the forelimb staff pose. But to make things nice and simple in the beginning, I'd like for you to start off on your hands and knees. Okay, so here I want you to try to depress and actually depress and retract your shoulder blades. What that means is drop your chest down through your shoulders so it's like you're hanging from the shoulders. And then next, practice press into your palms and protract your shoulder blades, which basically means take your shoulder blades wide across your back. So we're going to do that a few times where you drop your chest down and you press and you raise your chest up. And so basically what's happening is your shoulder blades are coming closer together on your back, and then the shoulder blades are going wide across your back. And this way we can start to loosen the neck and shoulder area. Another element I'd like for you to try out to work a little bit more than neck is let your chin push into your palms so your shoulder blades are wide. Let your chin drop down and start to stretch the musculature in between your shoulder blades at the base of the neck and all the way to the occiput or the base of the skull. Good, so now we'll do some cat-cow motion where you lift your chin and look up and you let your shoulder blades come a little bit together on your back. And then you exhale, you press into your palms and you round your spine, you tuck your chin and come into the cat pose. So we're just gonna alternate a few times here where you inhale, squeezing the muscles on the posterior. And then exhale, we're gonna stretch the muscles on the posterior. You press into your palms. Let's do that again. Inhale into the cow position, lift your chin. And exhale, tuck your chin, let your head relax down. Now the pose that will follow is an upward facing dog, but I want you to work slowly as a beginner. We don't really need to drop the hips down too low. What I would like for you to do is just keep your hips relatively high in relation to your shoulders and your knees. And also practice again the ability to do a little bit of shoulder movement where we build some strength, but we also just kind of work the range of motion with the shoulder blades. Good, and then next we have what's called downward dog. And down dog is a great way to stretch into our shoulders. If you raise your hips up, press your knees back, direct your heels down toward the ground, let your neck relax, allow your head to hang, just create a nice traction sensation through your neck. As you press into the palms, keep your elbows straight as possible and let your head drop down through the arms as far as it'll go. Good. And another way that's really great for loosening up the shoulders here is to come down on your knees. It's called puppy dog. You let your toes curl under. But now let me see if you can come down on your elbows and bring your elbow tips on the floor. See if you can take your hands together in a prayer position and bring your head down toward the ground and bend your elbows like you want to touch your thumbs on the back of your neck. And here we're going to use this to create strong shoulder flexion, to also stretch out the triceps and the back of the arm, and to just build our overall range of motion with the shoulders. So you hold a little pressure here and breathe through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out of the nose, creating this easy, gentle, but effective shoulder stretch. Good. Now we're going to slowly make our way back up toward the top of the mat. So plant your palms, come up onto your hands and knees. Allow your head to relax down once again, just to give a nice little neck stretch here. Okay, next up, if you're able to come into the down dog, press into your palms and raise your hips up. Okay, now walk your feet forward again to where we began and let your body hang from your hips. Remember that if it's difficult for you to approach this, then bend your knees and land your elbows onto your thighs. However, if you can hang from your hips and let your arms hang, then you can create even a little gentle rocking motion forward and back. You can also create a little gentle rocking motion right and left to create a little release into the upper back, shoulders, and neck. Okay, it's time to come up so you can bend into your knees to make it easy. Inhale, raise your arms all the way above your head, working the shoulder rotation, and also work your neck by lift your chin and look up towards your thumbs, and then exhale and release and relax your arms down beside the body. So basically all we did was a sun salutation, and brought our awareness to our neck, shoulders, and upper back. Moving slow, taking time in each of the positions to put a little bit of emphasis on working on loosening up the neck, shoulders, and upper back. Thank you so much for joining in. Every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, I offer this free live webinar. You can connect with us on our YouTube channel at Native Yoga Center. You can connect with us on our website, nativeyogacenter.com. You can also connect with us on our online platform, which is nativeyogaonline.com. Every Friday, I release a new podcast. Be sure to check out Native Yoga Podcast. And also, we have classes that we're running live here in Juno Beach at our studio, but are being recorded and offered wherever you are on our online platform. If you have any questions, comments, or specific tutorial topics that you'd like for me to cover, send me an email at info@nativeyogacenter.com. And also, you can just type in here on the comments section of wherever you're viewing, and I will take your request and make something specific for you. Thank you so much for joining in. Again, I will be here next Thursday. And here I'll just go ahead real quick and check in and see if any of you left a comment or a question. All right, part of the main reason I enjoy doing this webinar is that if you do have some questions, I'm able to address them. It's so great to see you, Mike. Thank you, Tamara, for joining in again. I really appreciate it. All right, well, until next time, keep your neck, shoulders, and upper back nice and healthy with some easy sun salutation, and I will see you next Thursday. Namaste.